Welcome to the greatest fucking show in the world. um, this is my Raw review from last night, and as usual, I was drinking beer during wrestling, as I'm known to do, and I took notes with my trusty pencil, and yeah, so this is what went down on Raw last night. All right, so Stephanie and Shane are running the show together. They're running it. Mr. McMahon told them to figure it out. And everyone keeps talking about it's a new era, and all that kind of shit. Stephanie came out first, and she wanted to. They were in St. Louis, and she started, trying to please the crowd because they were being very mean to her, and she started to say, welcome, all that stuff, and then Shane came out and interrupted her. The crowd loved Shane. They didn't like Stephanie, but they loved Shane. Stephanie gave Stephanie had a bag with her, and it was a present for Shane, and she gave Shane a copy of the framed picture that Mr. McMahon had stomped on of him and Shane as a little boy. So she gave that to him as a present, and then they kind of argued back and forth like, let's hear your ideas. No, let's hear your ideas. Blah blah blah, and they went back and forth like that. Shane decided, okay, well, here's my idea, and then Kevin Owens comes out and interrupted him. He basically went in there and sugared everybody's churro and said that he wanted his Intercontinental title match, his rematch that he's entitled to, part of his contract. Cesaro came out and insisted that he would have beat The Miz. If Kevin Owens hadn't have gotten involved in this match. Owens blamed Sami Zayn, and so then all of a sudden now Owens gets screwed out of his title rematch again, and he's in a match with Cesaro. So they're having a number one contenders match. I'm sure they're building to something with Kevin Owens not getting his title rematch, because I don't know, but the match begins, and there's lots and lots and lots and lots of those Cesaro uppercuts. And Cesaro was really dominating for the beginning part of the match. Kevin Owens comes back and starts working on Cesaro's shoulder because it's still all taped up and everything, so it's an easy target. They go back and forth, and then Cesaro goes for a Cesaro swing, and then The Miz interrupts. The Miz comes and interrupts. He was at ringside with Maurice, but The Miz interrupts. A rumble kind of ensues. Sami Zayn runs out and joins the rumble, and they're all fighting, and everybody's beating everybody up, and Maurice helps The Miz escape again. Is basically how that all went down. And then they go, and Stephanie's talking to Dean Ambrose backstage. She wants to be a part of the Ambrose Asylum, and she wants to meet Mitch the Plant and all that stuff, and she's trying to butter up Ambrose, and when she walks away, he's kind of gets a nasty look on his face, and he's not impressed. And then R-Truth wants to start a team with Tyler Breeze, and Goldust and Fandango show up, and they wind up having a match. They did a lot of backstage segments. And then AJ Styles is talking to Anderson and Gallows, and then Roman shows up and basically says, you and your buddies suck, and me and my cousins can kick all three of your asses. and so that sets up for that match. And then they finally get to the match with Goldust goes out with Fandango, and Tyler Breeze goes out with R-Truth, and it was a pretty basic match. R-Truth was hanging out on ringside, taking pictures with the selfie stick. Goldust is jealous of R-Truth. Fandango's jealous of, or Goldust is jealous of R-Truth, getting Tyler Breeze's attention, and then Fandango's jealous that R-Truth is getting Goldust's attention, basically. And Tyler Breeze winds up winning, and R-Truth leaves with Tyler Breeze, and Goldust is sitting in the ring with Fandango, like, come on, guys, what the heck, man? Why don't you love me? Kind of stuff is the impression I got. Yeah, and then the New Day comes out, and because of the Vaudevillains, and Enzo got hurt. So because Enzo got hurt, the Vaudevillains automatically get the match at Extreme Rules against the New Day for the title. So the Vaudevillains come out and proceed to talk shit like gentlemen. They come out, and the New Day was out there, giving just respect to Enzo, and then so the Vaudevillains come out and give disrespect to Enzo, and they're talking about how great they are, and then the Dudley Boys come out and they basically want the title, or the tournament for the tag team titles restarted, because the Vaudevillains don't deserve it. And so the Dudleys are getting in the ring, and they want to restart the tournament, and they want to beat everybody up. And then Cass comes out and basically tells the Vaudevillains what's up, gives them the what for, and he gets in the ring, and immediately he's just gonna kick their asses. Big Cass goes right after the Vaudevillains, and that starts a big rumble between all the teams. And they cut to commercial, and as expected, all of a sudden now we have an 8-man tag match. And so we got the Vaudevillains and the Dudleys versus the New Day and Big Cass. Yeah, it was a pretty simple match. They they kind of went back and forth. They're fighting, lots of tagging, and then the Dudley Boys and the Vaudevillains really just start dominating this match. And the whole time, the Dudleys are talking shit to the Vaudevillains. This is how you do it. Come on, do something, goddammit. This is how you do it. And finally, there's some more tags made in and out from both teams. Then there's a lot of back and forth real quick, a lot of quick tags, a lot of action in and outside of the ring. And then all of a sudden, Big Cass winds up getting the win for his team. And I was surprised as hell. They call him Big Cass and all that, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that and all that fun stuff. But holy shit, when he was standing in the ring with the New Day celebrating, he was standing right next to Big E Langston, and holy crap, Cass really is a big fucking corn-fed beefy motherfucker. He made Big E look small. I was actually, I guess I never had that perspective of him, or with him standing next to somebody that's really large. But man, Big Cass is a big guy. But anyway, then they come, and they're doing a match now with Becky Lynch and Evil Emma. There's a lot of back and forth, and Becky goes off the apron to the outside, and hits Emma, and it looked like Emma really like hit her head hard, but she got up and they just kept going at it. Emma took control, and Becky kept trying to get the upper hand. She eventually did, but Emma took advantage of a rope break. Becky had her down and was gonna submit her, and Emma got into the ropes, and the ref was trying to break it up, and while the ref was semi distracted, Emma took advantage, and she poked Becky in the eyeball, and then fucking dropped her on her. She picked her. Emma picked up Becky, and after poking her in the eye, went to do a Michinoku driver and dropped her like right on her damn neck. It looked pretty bad, but I don't know, man. But anyway, Emma won with a really, really brutal looking Michinoku driver. And then they had a nice another video promo for the return of Primo and Epico, and they were eating some yummy food down in Puerto Rico, and that was basically it. And then so they go to the Ambrose Asylum with Stephanie, and Ambrose goes out there and welcomes everybody and introduces Mitch the Plant to everybody, and then Stephanie comes out, and Ambrose kept asking her a bunch of questions, trying to get under her skin. Kept asking her, how she feels about this and that, and she just kept playing it off, and she was kind and friendly until he asked the question about, was it worth sacrificing so much of her life for the company and her father, and missing out with so much time spent with her children. And you could tell right away the look on her face. That question got under her skin, and she kind of played it off at first like, oh no, everything's great, and I love your show, and the greatest thing I'm going to do now is cancel it. So she canceled the Ambrose Asylum and announced that the highlight reel with Chris Jericho was coming back. And so Ambrose picked up Mitch the Plant and went to leave. And Jericho, is coming down the walkway, and Ambrose decided, you know what, I'm going to beat this guy up. And so he put down Mitch the Plant and went after Jericho. They, had a quick little battle, and Jericho basically beat him down, got him in the ring, hit him with the code breaker, and then Ambrose was outside the ring kind of hurting, and Jericho went out there and picked up Mitch the Plant and busted Mitch over the back of Ambrose's head. And so I guess there goes Mitch the Plant, and Ambrose got beat up, and I guess the highlight reel's back. So, yeah. I guess that's that for oh yeah, okay. So it was kind of interesting. They were at a commercial, and all of a sudden they had like this public service announcement about not smoking, and Dolph Ziggler was doing stand up, and Titus O'Neil was watching him do stand up, in the little crowd or in the little audience, and kept interrupting him, trying to tell the punchline of the jokes. Excuse me. So there's a sign right there: don't smoke, kids. But it was just weird that they acknowledged Titus O'Neil. I mean, he's been he's been suspended and all that, but it was interesting, that they acknowledged him. And then all of a sudden, right after that public service announcement, they come back to the show, and Kalisto, he's the U.S. champion. He's sitting at ringside, getting ready to watch the U.S. title #1 contender battle royal. And who's the first person that comes out is damn Titus O'Neil. I was surprised as hell. But so I guess Titus is back, and so yeah, they start the battle royal. They got various people in there, and Titus starts eliminating people like crazy. Kind of made me think he might win the damn thing. But yeah, there's he's eliminating people. Dolph Ziggler eliminated Baron Corbin at one point, and that didn't sit well with Baron Corbin, so he went and pulled Ziggler out of the ring and beat him up and shoved him back in the ring and told Rusev to eliminate him. So then Rusev eliminated Ziggler, and they kept on fighting and fighting. Everybody's fighting. Sheamus eliminated Sin Cara. Um, and then you know, Zack Ryder was in there, and he's hanging in there. He's holding his own, fighting and fighting, and he winds up being in there with Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and Sheamus. It's the four of them left, and the former League of Nations just proceed to lay a beat down on Zack Ryder, and they go to eliminate him, and he manages to hold on, and then the League of Nations guys start fighting each other and start going at it, and basically everyone gets eliminated except for Rusev and Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's holding his own and looks like he's gonna win, and at the last second, Rusev manages to eliminate him. So Rusev's your number one contender for the U.S. title now, and Lana came in the ring and celebrated with him. So that's how that went. What else do we got here? Yeah, Lana came back. Oh yeah, and then Rusev went over after, while he was celebrating. He walked over. It was crazy. He walked over to the ropes and was yelling shit at Kalisto, and he called him a Mexican piece of trash. That's fucked up anyway. But I mean, especially for the WWE. But it's a new era. Maybe the Attitude Era is coming back. I don't know, but but and then they had and then Charlotte came out after that. Charlotte came out in the next segment with the Nature Boy and was defending the Chicago Screwjob thing that had happened the night before. They brought out referee Charles Robinson, and he's Nature Boy Ric Flair's little lapdog, Little Nate, and he confirms the decision, says that Natalya did not tap out, but she was screaming in pain, so he called for the bell. So he held up the decision. Natalya comes out, and she doesn't go after Charlotte so much as Ric Flair. She enters the ring and gets right up in Ric Flair's face and gives him the what for, tells him that this is all his fault and he sucks and blah blah. Charlotte decides she's had enough and lets her dad know that I got this, and she goes to hit Natalya. Natalya blocks it and hits Charlotte and knocks her out of the ring. Then Ric Flair starts, getting all ready to go, takes off his jacket. He's gonna beat up Natalya. She winds up knocking his ass down and throws him in a sharpshooter. Charlotte, manages to pull Rick out of the ring and get away with him, but Natalya has hold of his fancy ass retirement watch and his Hall of Fame ring. So basically, Natalya mugged Ric Flair and took his jewelry. So, yeah. And then after all that was said and done, Stephanie made a rematch for Charlotte and Natalya. At Extreme Rules, they're going to have a submission match, and Stephanie has banned Ric Flair from ringside at that match. So, yeah. And then we got AJ Styles, Gallows, and Anderson versus Roman Reigns and the Usos. AJ and Roman begin the match, and it was surprising because the crowd was actually kind of split on it. There was a lot of people chanting "Let's go Roman" and a lot of people chanting "Let's go AJ." And so yeah, yeah, oh yeah, the night before, AJ Styles kept going after Roman Reigns' his hamstring, and then tonight he took a shot at his quad. So I guess he's working both sides of the leg. There's lots of tags made, lots of back and forth. AJ Styles keeps telling Anderson and Gallows that he's got this, and then he gets, right away gets kicked in the damn head by I think it was Jimmy Uso. But yeah, they start fighting back and forth, and what the hell did I write here? Oh yeah, there was lots of back and forth, and Anderson, Gallows, and AJ wind up winning, and Anderson and Gallows go and get a chair, and they hand it to AJ, and and they're holding Roman, and they want AJ to hit him with the damn chair, and AJ's just kind of like, no, man, I'm not doing that, that's not what I want to do, and so yeah, it was weird. Like, AJ doesn't want to hit Roman with the chair, and then like from behind, the damn Usos hit AJ with the chair. And then, Anderson and Gallows get beat up by the Usos. So AJ's pissed because he got hit by a chair, so he hits the Usos with the chair. And then by this time, Roman's back up and sees that AJ hit the Usos with the chair, so he's pissed off that AJ did that, and he goes and gets AJ and beats up AJ. And then he winds up putting AJ through the announcer table, and that's basically how they end Raw. And it was weird because AJ didn't want to hit Roman, and then the Usos hit him, so he hit them, and then Reigns beats him up, and the whole time the announcers, like especially JBL, are just like, "Oh, that's what you get when you mess with someone's family. Ah, that's what you get, AJ, for messing with someone's family." And it's like AJ was the victim in that whole thing. He was a victim of circumstance. He didn't want any damn problems. He had his match. He was good, and Gallows and Anderson instigated that whole damn thing, and then the Usos, further instigated and provoked AJ, and then Roman kind of cleaned it all up. But yeah, so yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. But anyway, I'll leave you all alone now. So have a good day, and if anyone cares, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.